What is up, everyone? Welcome to a Friday. Happy Friday. We made it again. Talking Timepieces with Tony. I'm Tony. And you know what today is? It's Q&A day. And if you're a new subscriber or you haven't watched my channel in a while or whatever, then everyone knows Friday is Q&A. You ask me a question in the comments. I take that question from the comments and I print it and I read your questions right here between you and me. So it's just you and me, all right? So if there's anything personal here, don't worry, no one else is going to see it. So if you have a question you want to ask me, just leave it in the comments. Do not leave me anything on Instagram. It's just most likely it'll get overlooked, you know? So let's just look at what I'm wearing today. I am wearing my Rolex GMT Master 2 BL 126710 BLNR. Haven't worn this in a few weeks, really. So it's just, I've been wearing it all day, so. Awesome, let's roll the intro and let's get into the questions. All right, so the first question comes from the Urban Gentry. Some of you may know who he is. He has a little YouTube channel. It's a freaking awesome channel. If you don't know who the Urban Gentry is, go over to his channel, follow him and subscribe. Just like I like you guys subscribing to my videos, please, man. I'm trying to get my channel a little bigger, you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't hurt. It's free. Anyway, Urban Gentry, it's a comment and question, so I'm going to read the whole thing, and that's because it's my channel, I can do that. Sorry you had to deal with such hateful cretins on Instagram. Yeah, that was something to do with my Wimbledon date just, but it happens. Unfortunately, it only increases as you grow, but the good thing is, as does your ability to not give a flying F about it, and that's true. And funny enough, in the music industry my whole life, you know, I've dealt with rejection and criticism my whole life. I've never seen the type of hate that will come from like a watch channel on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And not because of my channel, but because of a skit that I did with my AD. People know I mess around with my AD, but some people take that shit seriously. Anyway, I apologize. As I've said, the best thing about this social media thing is everyone can do it. It's also the worst thing about it. That is true. Keep up the fun spirit. I try. As you so rightly say, it's only watches, and that's true too. By the way, I love that second part of the guitar playing that comes in after the montage of the photo shots. Very beautiful. Reminded me of Ennio Morricone. Ennio Morricone scores. Just sublime. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. For those of you who don't know who he is, he's a famous composer. I think he just passed away fairly recently, but he's done some pretty big things, man. May I ask what the music was originally for? Yes, you can. And that's the beauty of the Q&A. As a lot of you know, I've been in the music industry my whole life, the entertainment industry. I just grew up in it. And in 2018, I've been a guitar player, electric, hard rock stuff, session guitar player, touring session musician, classical guitar player, flamenco fusion guitar player, all different styles of music. Everything from, you name it, all styles of music. So I'd been playing classical guitar and flamenco guitar, or flamenco fusion, and I signed a deal with Maximo Aguirre Music Publishing in 2018, who was the former head of Warner Brothers Latin division. Liked my music, he signed me to a record deal as well as a publishing deal. So that those two things were separate, a record deal and publishing, where you're going to go out and tour and be a touring guitar player in that realm or in that style of music. And so that's what that was for. It's for a record called Another Rainy Day. That album sucks because I had so many problems recording it. It was one thing after another, but that's the only song that's anything decent on it. It's called Love Gone, I think. But anyway, so that in a nutshell is how that goes. And then I was also a songwriter for music publishing, so I would sell songs as well. And then I also did ukulele flamenco stuff too. So yeah, so that's what that was for. But that was an actual music video that was shot for that particular song. And yeah, that's what it is. And I appreciate you digging it, man. I would love to meet you one day and talk music, watches, life, and so on, if you would like that, of course. Absolutely, dude. I'm so down. If I can get out to the West Coast or out to the East Coast, or you can come out to the West Coast, that would be great. I'd appreciate it, man. I love your channel, by the way. If I ever make it over West, blah, 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 I'll let you know likewise. Congrats on the Wimbledon, by the way. Thanks, man. I actually grew up there in South London after I moved from Italy as a child, so I have always adored those dates just a little more beyond them being gorgeous, obviously. Yeah, man, that's awesome, dude. So Q&A, what affordable watches do you love most? Or maybe a better way of putting it, what is the most affordable watch you enjoy and why? And then there's another question, so I'm going to answer that. What is the most affordable watch I enjoy and why? Khaki, Hamilton khaki field, all day long. Those watches are so versatile. They're robust. I mean, for the price point, you know, for anyone, you can get them on Amazon, $500-600 cheaper. You know, just look it up. Hamilton are so, I wouldn't say they're so underrated because a lot of people know about them. But if you, or say you love the IWC Mark 20, or was it Mark 21 now, or Mark 20, I think. Anyway, if you like that sort of aesthetic of maybe a pilot watch or a field watch, then it's a perfect watch. They're super reliable. They're super accurate. They're amazing watches. And let's see, do you feel, and then, you know, there's other watches, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you could go with like Luminox. They're a great $300 dive watch with luminescent tubes, tritium glass tubes. They don't last as long as they say they do, but I've had several of those watches, and you know, those are great. You know, you can even go back to old school Movado, man. You know, the you know, the museum, you know, Frederic Constant make watches that look like Patek Philippe for, you know, $700, $800, you know. So there's a lot of really good watches under that $1,000 price point, right? Do you ever feel that sometimes all the expensive, super high-end stuff, while fascinating and technically impressive, is, well, maybe all just over the top or really not worth it? I guess what I'm asking you is, where do you draw the line? Ciao and grazie, T. So is that your name, T? Is it Tristiani? Is that how you say it? I don't know. I probably just butchered that, so sorry, bro. Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I sit there and go, why the hell did I just spend all my money on watches? You know what I mean? Like, there's other things that we can do with our money, you know what I mean? And it's not, I mean, so what? No one cares when you're wearing a Rolex, man, unless you're around people that are watch people, you know what I mean? And you're in that watch crowd, and, well, what are you wearing, you know? In my life, and in Hollywood, no one cares about watches. Nobody, man. I mean, I have friends that are celebrities that, like, dude, why are you wearing a watch, man? You get a Fitbit, you know what I mean? And it's crazy, you know what I mean? So sometimes I do. Sometimes I sit in there and I go, why the hell? I mean, if you knew, well, a lot of people know how much money I've spent on watches and then some. So, you know, if it's just a hype thing for you, I mean, someone like me has been into the watch game for so long. It's just one of those things, man. I fell down the rabbit hole a long freaking time ago, you know. And anyway, thank you, Urban Gentry, for your question, man. It means a lot that you asked that. I appreciate it, man. Next question from W. Preeter. Love your channel. I have a question about COSC certification, which is COSC certification, which is a certified chronometer. So when you see a watch that says certified chronometer or superlative chronometer, that's what COSC is. They certify the watch movements. Is certification done on a few samples and then the manufacturer is trusted to make them all good, or does every individual movement have tested and certified before it can go into the watch that is marketed as a COSC certified? That's a great question, dude. No, every single movement has to be COSC certified. You can't do one sample or two samples. It's every freaking movement has to be done. I don't know how many they test at a time, but they test them, right? And then some brands like Rolex go even further. Once that watch has been certified as a certified chronometer, then those are just the movements that are certified, not the watch, just the movement. Then that comes back, for instance, like Rolex, then they case the movement into the watch and they do additional testing to get that superlative chronometer. That's why it says superlative chronometer. And that's where you get that +2, -2 seconds per day. So I hope that answers your question, man. You know, Thank you, though. And I'm sorry, what was your name again? W. Preeter. Thank you. This one comes from Michael Saracino. He's got some Italians on the channel today. Huh? How you doing, huh? You want a cannoli or what? You know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, man. Is Saracino Italian? Hey, Tony, love your videos, and sorry again for all the hate on the unboxing video. It's all good, man. I appreciate it, though. My question is, I've been working with a rep at a local AD trying to score my Grail, the Batgirl, with this rep. I winded up scoring an OP when, lo and behold, the rep is no longer working at this AD. Ooh, dang. You know where I'm going to go with this, right? And I know where you're going with this. I went down to introduce myself to another sales rep at the same AD. Since I have some purchase history here and just haven't connected on a personal level with a new rep, any thoughts on where to go from here? Should I continue to follow up or start fresh? If I do start fresh, I am now beholden to purchase other models that I have no interest in. Don't say that, dude. And to build a relationship and buying history. This sucks. Thanks, and hope you're feeling better. Thank you, man. You know, that whole thing that everyone goes on, I get forced into buying models I don't want. Don't buy a fucking watch you don't want. I'm not yelling at you, dude. Just like fucking people, I think I have another question here is about I'm being forced to buy jewelry. It's like, don't buy anything. You know, in your case, your AD left, but you only have bought, I think, one watch, or you're trying to score, you got an OP, right? It's not bad to start fresh with another rep. It would suck if you'd bought in 4 or 5 different watches and then that rep left, because the other rep, I know how it works with my AD, but I can't comment on how it works with another AD. Like if you're at Watches of Switzerland or Bucherer, I don't know what it is, because that goes into their system. So another rep might go, yeah, he's purchased this and this and this and this, and it won't affect you. Or, you know what I mean, you're just going to get a new rep. You know, in other areas it might be, well, no, this other rep hasn't gotten any commission from you, so they might want you to start, you know, moving up. But again, don't buy anything you don't want, man. It's not worth it, dude. Just, you know, if you're gonna sit there and start buying other watches you don't want, you might as well just go on the gray market and get one watch that you do want. All right. So I appreciate your question, dude. But just be, you know, think about it. All right. Appreciate it. Vahan S. Hey man, I recognize you now. Beautiful piece, Tony. Congrats. Question for you. Would you prefer all your Rolex to have the glide lock clasp? Ever since I got my sub, I fell in love with it and wish my Emil Gauss had it too. Hell yeah, dude. The glide lock, I'm just like, okay, for those of you who don't know what the glide lock is, okay, on your, it comes with Submariners and a lot of this, it comes with the Submariner and I think maybe the Yachtmaster. It's like not like this where it has a fold over of about half a link. It's an actual glide lock where you've got about 5-6 millimeters of extra, and it's easy peasy to do. You can change it in a second. It's like, and then, you know, you start wearing a sub with a glide lock on it, and then you start wearing other watches. You're gonna freaking hate your other watches. Rolex Submariner ruined it for every other brand, and Rolex, even Rolex. Yes, I wish. Come on, Rolex, get it together, man. But Rolex never listened to us, dude. They don't care. Thanks for your question, bro. Toasted Bagel 99. Question for you. Do you keep all of your original packaging, receipts, etc.? Hell yeah. Does it start to take up a lot of space? Hell yeah. After a while. Yes, it does. Also, have you ever dropped a Rolex from a table height or banged it in a wall, through a door? Just wonder how careful you have to be with that expensive watch. I don't have any Rolex, but would like to get one day. Dude, man, people don't walk around going, hey, hey, you know what I mean? Now look, it's a beater watch, throw it against the wall. That's a little dramatic, man. But I did once. I had a brand new Datejust. It was the same day I got it, and I was putting my shoes on. I was standing up, which I shouldn't have done, and my cat freaking got in front of me. I tripped, and I went to grab something. I went like that, and I freaking smacked it against the door real hard. I have hit it, but it still worked. It was fine. But you know, yeah. I mean, dude, if you're like asking that kind of question, it's just, are you saying that you're just brutal with your watches? Because if that's the case, buy a Hamilton khaki. They're durable. They're reliable. If you get a Rolex, just be careful, man. Thanks for your question, dude. Unsalada, what do you think about the AP Code 11? Not a whole lot, dude. I think it's, all fairness, the AP is I prefer the Code 11 to the Royal Oak or the Offshore. I mean, but the first iteration of the Code 11 I didn't like, but now they came out with a different variation of it, right? A new model reference. I'm very, very unschooled about AP. I apologize, but I do like the look of it. So yes, I do. But I wouldn't buy one. Thanks for your question. Gino816, I remember you stating that you toured the world with music. You currently live in LA. What other city outside of LA would you live in? I've lived in other places, dude. I've lived in a lot of places, you know, including, of course, I've lived in Europe, England. I've lived in Las Vegas. I lived in Texas. I've lived in Utah. LA is my main, you know. Where else have I lived, man? You know. Outside of LA, are you talking about like the Santa Clarita Valley? You know what I mean? Which is about 30 minutes that way. I don't know, dude. Nashville's cool. I might move there. I might not. I don't know. That's a good. I don't know. I'd have to. I don't know. You know. I miss, like, sometimes I look at like places like New Hampshire, you know, and I go, or you know, Martha's Vineyard, and I think, oh my God, I could so just live there and chill, retired, you know, but. It's a lot of money to do that. Thank you for your questions, you know. Eugene, like the name. Yes, or Oos, like Dr. Seuss. Anyway, how much time gain loss per day is a normal acceptable for the Zenith Pilot Automatic? Zenith Pilot is not COSC certified. It is not a chronometer watch. So funny, because I was talking to one of the watchmakers at Zenith just less than a week ago. And I have some Zenith news coming. So, and you know, it's basically -4 plus 6 seconds a day is what it should be running in, and that's about COSC certification. When my Zenith Pilot ran good before some issues happened with it, it was actually running +2, -2. The reason why I know that is because I had it at Bindi and they checked it after they demagnetized it the one time. So it was a +2, -2, which is really good. That's Rolex specs. That's good. So about -4 plus 6, something like that. Thanks for your question, dude. This is from Sammy Kadam. Sammy Kadam. Would you service your 6-month-old Rolex Submariner if it's losing 3 to 4 seconds per day? I wear it daily but have a desk job, so not moving much during the week. Service a 6-month-old Rolex Submariner? I mean, are you talking about you bought it 6 months ago from an AD? Because if you did, it's under warranty. Take it back. It should be +2, -2. If you bought it from, did you buy it on the gray market? If you did, I mean, it's only 6 months old. They should have a warranty on it too. But at the same time, if you have the box papers and the card, it's under warranty. Take it to an AD. Have them check it. Have you know, see what it is. You shouldn't have to take it. You shouldn't have to go, I'm paying for a service on a watch that's only 6 months old. You know what I mean? There's warranty on it. You know what I mean? The warranty cards are different now. They don't have the name. There used to be the Rolex warranty card that if you bought the watch, that warranty stayed with the original owner, right? Now the cards don't have your name on it, whatever. The card has the serial number and the reference number of the watch. The warranty follows the watch, so it should be under warranty, dude. Get it checked out. Thanks for your question. Bell Brass, how has the strap faux Cadura been for you? I've read elsewhere that it comes apart easily one side. Is it sturdy in your opinion? Comfortable? Thanks for the following review. Bell Brass, you're talking about my Zenith Pilot and the, you want to call it faux Cadura. It's a rubber strap. And I don't know where you read that, and anything can happen to anything at any given time. I've had problems with my Pilot watch, man, and it's an anomaly. It's not a normal thing for that watch, or any Zenith for that matter. If you have a strap that comes apart, that can happen regardless of the brand or whatever. No, my rubber strap on that watch has been fine. It's no issues with it whatsoever. So don't worry about it. You know what I mean? It's a good strap. And if you have one and you buy it and something happens to the strap, Zenith will replace it. I promise you. Tell them you watch my channel. Then they'll charge you double. I appreciate your question, dude. Gino, didn't you just ask me a question? I think you did. Do you ever see Rolex watches selling below retail? Seems like things are dropping. Do I ever see them selling below retail? Like, yeah. Not in the AD. They'll never sell below retail in an AD. You know, if they I mean, when I bought my, not my first date just, but my first date just at Bindi, brand new, I got a 10% discount on it. So I still got it at retail, but 10% below retail. I don't know if a discount's ever going to come back. It might. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of, I can't even tell you, there's, you know, Rolex that are selling either at or just below retail. I don't know what the two-tone Explorer is going for secondary, but I can't imagine that would be selling over retail, or even the Air King for that matter. But thanks, dude. Anonymous WO4ZU. Tony, I got a sub date for my first watch. Awesome, dude. Very grateful, and no transaction history from the AD. So you got a sub date from an AD with no previous history. See, people, it can happen. Now I want a green OP. I have a green OP. Do you think I should play the AD games and get some jewelry, or do I continue waiting for the OP green? Do I ask for something else instead? That's a kind of a weird contradiction, man. You didn't have to buy any game. You didn't have to play any games to get the first one, right? The sub, right? You just got it when you walked in. Why would you think you have to play any AD games? What makes you think that they're going to play a game with you? You know what I mean? Buy what you want, dude. You know what I mean? I don't think, you know, I mean, granted, you got a sub, now you want an OP, you know what I mean? Just let them know you want an OP, you know? If you want to buy something else, but I just don't understand that. I mean, I do understand it, I do, but you know, and people say that again about me. Oh yeah, I mean, I've seen people in the comments that are answering other people's comments. Yeah, Tony had to play he was suckered into playing the AD game. I wasn't suckered into shit. I bought everything I've bought for my AD. I wanted, and I paid for it because I wanted it. It got nothing to do with my, you know, getting the next Rolex, dude. I don't fucking care that much about it, you know. I mean, I want, you know, I love watches, and don't get me wrong, but you know, I'm not gonna sit there and go, well, I'm gonna buy this in hopes to get this quicker. I don't do that. It's not how I roll. But anyway, man, good luck. Thank you. Paul Thompson 9062. Great video, Tony. I think the bracelet depends on the watch and what you're looking for. I'd love to get an OP on the Jubilee. OP on the Jubilee? Did they make OPs on a Jubilee like 100 years ago? I'm not using that. I mean, I'm just like saying it back in like the 80s or 90s. Because they certainly haven't done that in a while, but if they have or do, you know, or did, sorry. What's your opinion on Christopher Ward? They seem to be making headlines with everything they bring out the moment and producing very unique and classy looking watches. Do you think they are worth buying? Yes and no. They're cool. I mean, granted, they've made a couple, the Bel Canto or whatever it's called, the 12, you know, but that's, to me, almost, I'd rather have a Tissot, you know what I mean? They're that sort of mid-price, I'd say mid, they're kind of a lower of the luxury aspect of it. And yeah, I mean, they're cool. They make a couple of cool ones. I like the Aventurine Dial Moon Phase they made, but I wouldn't spend that much money on, yeah, I just wouldn't. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'd have to be in the right. I'd have to try it on. I wouldn't buy it online or anything, you know. But thanks for your question, man. They are good watches, though. I mean, they have Solita movements, so whatever. But I appreciate it as always, man. Crazy Joe Davola, Wimbledon Take 2 rocks. That was that Wimbledon Take 2 video. What do you think about the 36 date just with mint green dial? Dude, that's my second choice. I would have gotten that one if I didn't get the Wimbledon. And I did ask if he had it, and he didn't have it. So, all right, you guys, man, you're awesome. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video.